Round number 2 of the next round brought to you by Everlast, Steve Kim, Gabriel Montoya, talking boxing. And folks, whether you like it or not, November 13th from Arlington, Texas, Dallas Cowboy Stadium for the vacant WBC junior middleweight title, Manny Pacquiao takes on the Tijuana Tornado, Antonio Margarito. Here's the thing, people hate it, they don't like it, they're going to deride it, and all they're going to do is talk about it for the next couple of months. It seemed to me that it was a Texas two-step from Team Margarito and Bob Arum. I think they knew they had to pay their penance in California, and it seemed to me like Texas, they gave it the old rubber stamp.
Yeah, this came down to, what state wanted that money, and Jerry Jones is trying to build a boxing venue or an alternate venue to just having a Cowboys stadium. And so, of course, they're going to bring it there. I mean, the fight makes a lot of sense there. Boxing fans are going to be angry about it. They're going to be outraged. There's already boycotts beginning. But, at the end of the day, I got to say to them is follow through. If that's how you feel, then don't buy the card. Don't watch it. Don't download it later. Don't watch it on a free stream. Actually ban it and walk away from it if that's how you feel.
None of that will happen with me. I'm going to be there. I'm going to enjoy it. I can't wait for this fight. If there's ever a time, now stylistically and physically, Manny Pacquiao has a lot of advantages. Faster, quicker, better reflexes, southpaw style movement. However, if there is a time and place where Manny Pacquiao is going to be unfocused and distracted, I think it's now, Gabe. Think about it. It's not Floyd Mayweather. Might be looking ahead to May of 2011. The guy's right there fixing potholes in Mindanao or Cebu City, taking votes at the city council, focusing in on a lot of things except one thing, boxing. Now he's facing a hungry man looking for redemption who's naturally bigger. And one thing, I think left uppercuts can land against Manny Pacquiao. There's one punch that Margarito is good at is the lead left uppercut. He doubles and triples it. I think physically and stylistically, I think this has a chance to be much more interesting than a lot of people believe.
I think it could be a much more dangerous fight than people understand. But a lot of it is going to be predicated on what that rest time that Margarito had did for him. He was a very shop-worn, not shop-worn as in shot.
Oh, he may have been shop-worn.
Yeah, he was definitely a little shop-worn. He had an eye issue, he had a back issue. The body's starting to fall apart. And it's been falling apart a little bit since the Claudio fight several years ago. And so you got to wonder, did he get refreshed? Also, you have to look at the weight. If they end up doing the catch weight of 150 pounds, what does that do for Margarito? Is he really a welterweight, having taken a year off trying to make his way down? Or is he going to be comfortable at 150? He's going to be the bigger guy. My thing is with him is that, God, his hands are slow, and he doesn't move his head. And speed does give him a lot of trouble. So I think, in a sense, we could just end up with what we saw against Claudio.
Here's what I think, though. Huge difference between Claudio and Pacquiao. Margarito's going to try to win. And I think Margarito is going to actually move his hands. They may be slow hands, but you know how you make up for that? Throw them a lot. Throw them in bunches. Crowd the guy and be physical. Here's the thing about Margarito. He is a naturally bigger guy, but from what I saw against Robert Garcia in May, you know what? I don't think you need a catch weight. I don't think he's really a junior middleweight. In fact, in the last couple of times that we've seen him at 147 and beyond, he looked very ineffective, whether against Daniel Santos in a fight. I thought he still may have won, and against Robert Garcia. The thing is, I just wonder, how seriously is Manny Pacquiao going to take this fight? Let's face it, this is a huge letdown for him and Freddie Roach. He's going to be in the Philippines. He's going to be pulled in 18 different directions. I think there's going to be a window of opportunity. The intangible here is the hunger and the desire of Antonio Margarito. And for all these people who are deriding this fight, all I could say is one thing. You look at both guys, how many bad fights has either guy been in, though? And to me, that is key. Everyone wants to make a morality play out of this. You know what? I'm a boxing fan. I want to see fights, not track meets, not marketed guys anointed by HBO. I want to see fisticuffs. And at the very least, even if it's one-sided, Gabe, in my opinion, it's still entertainment.
For me, I want to see Mayweather versus Pacquiao. This fight, I think you're right. I think it's stylistically, it's exciting, and I can't really name a fight where both these guys have been boring. Although the Garcia fight with Margarito wasn't exactly scintillating, but I think that was more about getting rounds and shaking off rust than actually having a competitive 12-round battle. I mean, they're trying to get to their Pacquiao fight. To me, that's the fight I wanted to see. I'm not going to get to see it. We've gone over a million times who to blame. I think the only thing that really bothers me about this fight is that it delays that fight, although we can't blame this fight.
Are we sure? But does it really delay it? If Manny Pacquiao is willing to fight in November, and Floyd Mayweather says in his own words, I don't want to focus in on boxing in 2010, I hate to tell people this, though, but Bob Arum and Manny Pacquiao at that point should move on, shouldn't they?
No, I absolutely agree. I'm saying you can't really
Yeah.
you can't really blame them for that. You know, for doing his job. He wants to go out and he wants to fight. Just to me as a fight fan, I think by the time they actually do fight, fights like this are going to put miles on Manny, and the fight's not going to have quite the same competitiveness by the time it does happen. I think it's going to be like Leonard versus Hagler, and that's going to suck.